Hi, everybody. It is weekend time, and on this final dry day of the run on this Friday, I remind you to take care of anything you want to get done before the rains return, because it's going to be raining at least as much as it's not on Saturday, Sunday. That's through the weekend, Monday, Tuesday, and possibly even lingering into Wednesday morning. And that's where I begin. You can see the fronts are lined up. Here's number one. Right offshore. The timing of this front comes in about 6 o'clock tomorrow morning on Saturday. So rain right off the bat. Number two, the timing on this front comes in Sunday morning, could be early to mid morning. Number three, back here, the timing of this front comes in Monday overnight, and we're probably broken in the showers by Tuesday morning. So remember, whenever you have fronts actually coming inland, that typically heightens the chance of rain, heightens the chance of maybe you've got a little window where you have an hour or two of fairly steady rain. Number three, heightens the chance of some gusty winds. In this case, maybe some 40, 45 mile per hour south winds along the coast, maybe some southwest winds here in the valley bouncing between 20 and 30 miles per hour, and some increasing west winds out in the gorge. No watches, warnings, advisories, all here on the west side of our state. These are just typical decent rainmakers for the valley and the coast, and at least getting some fresh snow each and every day up in the Cascades. But there they are, all lined up, one, two, three of them getting ready to come in. So kind of the headlines of what we're watching, what I just said, really rain at times tomorrow morning through Tuesday, possibly lingering into Wednesday morning. Now, the snow levels are going to be mainly near 3,000 feet. At times, they could go as low as 2,500 feet. At times, the snow level could go to 4. All of that means that the coast range highways will simply be rain, and you'll literally have to get up into the Cascades to find snow. But most of the time, this will be accumulating snow at pass level, okay? Breezy south winds at times. I mentioned that at the coast, maybe some gusts of 40 or 45. And then the timing of the fronts I just mentioned, early Saturday morning, Sunday morning, Monday overnight. And by the way, it still looks like Thursday of next week will kick off at least a 4 to 5 day run, which would be all the way through that weekend, maybe into the first of the next week, of the warmest ridging pattern that we've seen so far this late winter getting into the spring season. And I do believe it's likely at this point, things could change, but it's looked like this for a while, that our first 70-degree temperatures here in the Portland, Salem, Vancouver area will take place next weekend. So not this upcoming, but the following weekend. So all eyes are on that, as I know a lot of people are already starting to talk about that with, shall we say, keen interest. Okay, a few graphics. This one, KGW TV's Futurecast model. This is 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. And this is the way the next several days will look. There will be some periods of fairly elongated bands of steady rain that could be an hour or two, or maybe even 3 at times, where it's raining fairly steadily. But much of the time, it's just going to be occasional waves of broken rain areas coming through. So a mix of dry and some wet. And certainly, you see the bright colors, the possibility of some heavier rain showers moving through at times. So how much rain are we talking about? Well, just for the weekend, so what begins tomorrow and falls through Sunday evening at 10 o'clock, this basically shows on average about 1.5 inches of rain along the coast. This basically shows on average about 1/2 inch of rain up and down I-5, some areas less, some areas, Kelso, maybe a little bit more. Shows decent liquid rain amounts through the gorge, and then also some likely rain, but not a ton of total moisture over into central Oregon. So again, none of these fronts are overly strong, but certainly to the west side, into the gorge, up over the Cascades, every single one will bring some decent precipitation. But if you look at the averages, I mean, this is what the American GFS model is showing. Saturday, about 1/4 inch of rain for the 24-hour period in Portland on average. Sunday, maybe 0.3 inches. Monday, maybe 0.3 inches. The heaviest rain right now is showing up at that last front, Monday overnight into Tuesday. Tuesday daytime, it showers, but the 24-hour period, Monday night through Tuesday night, could be over 1/2 inch of rain in Portland. That's the wettest period of time. Manageable rainfall, as you can see on this graphic, going all the way down into portions of southern Oregon. And then a lingering shower potentially on Wednesday. Not sure we're going to get that, but we might. So here's the timing of the first wave of rain. Again, all this is showing you is precipitation. And this is 4 o'clock tomorrow morning. So we had a touch of rain on the North Coast earlier this morning. There's certainly the chance of a touch of rain on the coast on this Friday evening, but mostly we're going to be dry until after midnight. And then here we are, 4 a.m. Saturday morning. The rain up and down from Medford up through Portland, moving in, Kelso-Longview, moving into Seattle. So pretty much north-south orientation across the entire region. And this is in the morning, a potential of a period of some steady rain. Here we are at 10 o'clock in the morning. Now it's numerous showers to occasional rain. We may not get any sun breaks tomorrow. And Saturday could easily be raining more than it's not, taken as a whole. And then let me back this up. And then as we go into, this is getting into Saturday overnight. Here's that next wave of steady rain coming in Saturday overnight, later into Sunday morning with that second front that I mentioned coming in. Now, in terms of snow, remember the snow levels generally are 3,000 feet and higher here in Oregon, maybe as low as 2,500 feet at times. And this is how much snow, this is the European model. This shows around Mount Hood at pass level only 5 to 6 inches of snow. You get up higher at 6,000 feet and higher, now you're starting to get into the 8, 9, 10, 11, 12-inch amounts. Notice absolutely more snow this time around in the Cascades of Washington as opposed to Oregon. Now, this also does show a little bit of a bullseye down in Northern California. Let me go ahead and play this into through accumulating snow would be ending Wednesday morning. Here we are. This shows through all of that time, Mount Hood could get 20 inches of snow. I mean, I'm going to show you my Mount Hood forecast in a moment. Again, none of these individual days look to me to be huge snowstorms. And the Weather Service may or may not issue winter weather advisories for the Cascades at some point. But notice again, more snow generally up in Washington in the mountains than we will see here in Oregon. And any snow over the Coast Range will be well above the pass elevation. So again, the roads would just be wet, okay? I do want to touch on the flow pattern real quick. So here we are. This is this afternoon at 4 p.m., our dry weather coming to an end. Here's the first upper level trough that's going to bring the cooler weather and the rain into Saturday morning. So here's Saturday morning. Here's Saturday afternoon. Notice the polar jet stream is down close to us. It never really drops through, and that's why I think snow levels are generally going to be above 2,000 feet in the mountains. Same thing on Sunday morning with the next front. Polar jet stream kind of right over our heads. And then this does show a bit of a colder air mass on Sunday. And then Monday is the in-between day, the polar jet stream. This is the blue contour line I'm looking at. Again, when that I point that out for a number of reasons, but when that polar jet drops cleanly through, that's typically snow levels of 2,000 feet or lower in the Cascades, and the air is even a little bit colder. But it's just kind of hanging near to above. Now we have that last front coming in Monday night. Here it is right here with the cold upper level trough into Tuesday. And then Tuesday, it's just showers. And even during the day Tuesday, now the cold upper level trough is starting to retreat. And then here is Wednesday morning. Now we're getting into ridging, but there looks to be some moisture that will spill in Wednesday morning in this northwesterly flow pattern as warmer air tries to come in. That's why there could be some lingering showers on Wednesday. Maybe, maybe not. Right now, I think Wednesday during the day, the rain chance would end. And then we get into Thursday. Let me stop this Thursday at 4 p.m. 579 height, 576 height, 573 height. This is the strongest ridging with dry weather, certainly, that we have seen coming in so far this calendar year. And that's why it makes sense that with a sunny pattern expected, that temperatures will easily bounce up into the 60s starting Thursday of next week for the Willamette Valley. And I think we eventually will crack up into the 70s. Look at the polar jet stream, well up high into Canada. And this ridge that moves in on Thursday, still with us on Friday, still with us on Saturday, still with us on Sunday. This is Sunday, 4 p.m. in the afternoon. Polar jet stream's way up here. The models differ on whether or not we start getting into rain on Tuesday or Wednesday. You can see there's a weak trough offshore, but right now, Thursday through Sunday of next week looks to be absolutely dynamite, okay? I'm putting this together for you. It's now 11:30 in the morning. We've got upper 40s in Portland, 46 up in Seattle, 54 in Newport. These are current temps. We're definitely going to get well up into the 50s on this Friday. And Seattle's forecast pretty similar to Portland. Daytime highs coming up Saturday through Tuesday, somewhere around 50 degrees. Overnight lows somewhere around 40. Rain at times. There's Thursday in Seattle, 55. I think Portland on Thursday of next week warms up into the 60s. Let's go down to Medford, 46 degrees, 11:30 this morning. Saturday, a little bit warmer than Portland, but not much. Rain at times, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Highs, low 50s, lows in the 40s. Again, this is a pretty uniform forecast, and there's that Thursday warming up. as well when you go down into Southern Oregon. Over into Central Oregon Bend, low temperature overnight tonight, 30, but moisture is not going to arrive in Central Oregon until daytime highs start to warm up. So to me, it's just rain in Central Oregon tomorrow, Bend 47. Sunday near freezing, maybe a mix in the morning, but generally this is rain, 48. Monday morning, if there are some showers in the morning, could be a little bit of snow, but generally it's rain during the day. Tuesday, 47 rain, and then warming up and getting dry on Wednesday and on Thursday. Here's courtesy of Hillcrest Sports and Ski Shop out in Gresham, my Mount Hood forecast numbers. I'm going 3. This is at on Mount Hood. So 3 to 5 inches, 3 at Government Camp, maybe 5 inches at Timberline Meadows tomorrow. I'm going 3 to 6 on Sunday. So that's about a foot at 5,000 to 6,000 feet over the weekend. We'll add some snow 4 to 6 on Monday. Then that heavier moisture on Monday to Tuesday could add another 10 inches. So you add it up and that's 20, it's about 30 inches of snow from tomorrow through Tuesday, between 5 and 6,000 feet, and at least a foot plus at Government Camp at pass level. So that's good. It's still snowpack season, and we want to keep adding to it. But none of the individual days look like big snowstorms. Traveling, of course, with the dry weather we've had right now is great, but we'll see snow-packed roadways in the coming days. Right now, in fact, it's approaching 40 degrees at Government Camp, and all the passes are in good shape as you would expect them to be. All right, here's my 7-day for Portland, brought to you by Hazeldale Tire Pros right there. I'm not sure if we're going to get to 58 this afternoon. We'll at least get into the mid-50s. 58 looks to be maybe the high end of what we could reach. And then you're really watching for the weekend, kind of what we've been talking about. Lows around 40, daytime highs around 50 or slightly above. The rain at times into Tuesday. Tuesday afternoon, we definitely break in to sun breaks and showers behind that final of the 3 fronts. Wednesday, early showers, becoming dry during the day, partly sunny skies. I think Thursday, the temperatures really warm up quickly. 64 right now. I've got 70 on the following Friday and 73 on the following Saturday. All of the records this time of the year are now at least 70 or better. So while 70 would be in record territory, while 70 would be well above normal for this time of the year, it's no longer something that would be unusual, right? This is the time of the getting into early spring season that we start to, not every year, but that we can get some nice little runs of warm spikes, and that's setting up for next weekend. All right. I'm meteorologist Rod Hill. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend. I'll be talking to you soon. And for now, I will wish you a pleasant day.